Hi, I'm Ashley Smith, President of Beta Alpha Psi, the Kappa Phi chapter at Marshall University. Today's presentation will be covering the issue encountered, our project, our goal, our timeline, who got involved, our success and challenges, how to implement, tips for implementation, why this is the best practice, and then finally a conclusion. So the issue we encountered came in 2020 with the COVID-19 pandemic. Visitation times are being restricted or eliminated in reaction to the COVID-19 pandemic. Residents in nursing homes and long term care facilities were experiencing loneliness and becoming depressed due to the limited contact with the outside world. Our project members wrote letters to nursing home residents of Wayne Nursing and Rehabilitation Center and also sent pictures accompanying the letters to provide a smiling face with an uplifting note. And this project was completed in November of 2020. Our goal was to provide a sense of companionship and long-term care residents who have been in quarantine since March of 2020 to lessen the effects of depression by reminding the readers that even the physical contact is minimum, there are still people out there who care. So our timeline went from October 2020 to November 2020. And we began by getting members engaged and interested in the idea, partnering with other organizations, and just basically getting interest in the project. We also called nursing home to confirm the number of residents, the procedures to follow during the project due to the pandemic, etc. In November of 2020, we began collecting letters from members and other participants. And then closer to Thanksgiving, we dropped off the letters to the nursing home for distribution after a quarantine period. So who got involved? Who wrote the letters? First of all, Beta Alpha Psi members, we had 10 participants from Beta Alpha Psi. Marshall University alumni were also involved, as well as Delta Sigma Pi members with the Delta Sigma Pi chapter at Marshall University. In total, there were 15 participants, and like I said, 10 of those were Beta Alpha Psi members. Another group of people involved in the project were the nursing home workers who helped deliver the letters, place them in quarantine, etc. So some successes and challenges. Our success was measured by providing a letter for each resident in the Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. And there were 60 residents there at the time we did our project. So to meet this goal of 60, unfortunately, like I said, we only had 15 participants, so we had to copy the letters that we had to reach that number. We had 24 Beta Alpha Psi service hours that were recorded, and 15 people in total participated in our service opportunity. Another benefit to this project is that we added this activity to our usual fall community service events in order to sustain it and to keep it going. We tend to have a discrepancy in our service from fall to spring, as VITA is very service heavy. Our fall tends to fall a little short, so we added this to help with that discrepancy. Fall challenges, or some challenges that we faced through the project, were goal participation that was not met. To do this, like I said, we copied the letters to meet that 60 letter goal. In the beginning, we utilized USPS. Like I said, it was very slow in the beginning. We did that, so we had to extend the letter collection period. In the end, we started taking letters by email, which was much more efficient. And lastly, our challenge was the letters had to be delivered early to allow time for quarantine. They had to be quarantined up to 48 hours before distribution to the residents. So that was a little bit of an issue. To combat this challenge, we chose a member near nursing home who could deliver the letters to ensure that they were delivered on time and the residents would be able to get them by Thanksgiving. So how would another chapter implement this service project? So begin by calling the local nursing homes. You can select one or more to send letters to, and you also would want to set a drop-off date. We chose Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving to try to uplift the spirits of the residents before the most likely depressing holiday season began. Next, communicate with members to get them interested in the project, especially as important during virtual circumstances as participation has been down reportedly for many people throughout these interesting times. Next, provide guidelines for requested letters. For this, we told people to type letters, use larger font. We are giving these to elderly populations, so we wanted to make sure they were very easy to read. Next, we selected a person to receive the letters from the participants. If you utilize the email receiving system, you'll want to have access to a color printer in order to print the photographs from participants. If not, then the USPS system allow extra time for that. Next, and lastly, select a person to deliver the letters upon the agreed date. So some tips for implementation, we wanted to spend more time in retrospect to drum up more interest to hopefully combat this problem that we were having of only 15 people completing this service activity. Another tip is to reach out to more organizations to assist with the project and largen that participant pool. Have letters sent to delivery person via email to reduce the wait and the struggle with the timeline that was created by using USPS. Also create a more detailed timeline to decrease those last minute rushes that you can experience. So why is this the best practice? Well, we believe this is the best practice because we were giving back to the community, serving the elderly, providing companionship to the lonely, making new connections, and creating a COVID-19 safe service opportunity. This is the end of our video. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to get more information on the Kappa Phi chapter of Marshall University, please visit our website listed on the slide.